Tonight on Whip City Weekly, we see what the Stuff a Cruiser gift drive is all about.
Finals are just around the corner. We've got some helpful study tips.
And May Randall spent some time with the Westfield State Dance Company.
All of that and more when Whip City Weekly starts right now.
Thank you for tuning into Whip City Weekly. I'm Mike Drew.
And I'm Nick Odell.
Barnes Regional Airport recently opened a new $13 million runway, allowing 5 F-15 military jets to return home to Westfield. Also new to the airport, concrete pads for its jets and auxiliary lighting, not lightning. Major David Mendoza says the crew of the 104th Air National Guard Fighter Wing are thrilled with the brand new runway. Barnes Airport accounts for about 65,000 takeoffs and landings every year.
All right. And Governor Deval Patrick announced the grants to be given to recreational trail projects across the state. The money amounts to over $1 million. It comes from the Department of Conservation and Recreation. Stanley Park was among the recipients, granted over $6,000. This money will go to repair the bridges and other damaged areas in the wildlife sanctuary that were damaged by flooding 2 years ago.
Well, the holidays are in full swing, and there's no better way to celebrate than to give back to the community.
That's right, and Westfield State Public Safety is putting on its annual Stuff a Cruiser gift drive. Our very own Samantha Minier got the details on the event.
This is Samantha Minier with Whip City Weekly, and I'm at the Department of Public Safety at Westfield State University, where we'll be talking with Lieutenant Foyle about the Stuff a Cruiser Fund.
We've been collecting toys for more than 13 years now. For this year, the charity, and it has been for the past 10 years, is the New Beginnings Domestic Violence Shelters. It started off as kind of a social experiment. I want student security kids to understand, you know, if you're working Thanksgiving or Christmas, a lot of people complain about having to work. Someone has it worse than you, generally. Last year, it was over $5,000 worth of toys and cash was donated to them. So hopefully this year, a little better.
Stuff a Cruiser is something we've been doing for 6 years here at Dunkin' Donuts, and what it is each semester we set up a collection jar at a register, and we've actually managed to make $1,000 this semester, so we'll be using that money to buy toys for the Stuff a Cruiser event.
Don't forget, buy the Dunkin' Donuts December 11th, the final day for Stuff a Cruiser. This is Samantha Minier with Whip City Weekly. Back to you in the studio.
Okay, Sam, thank you. And we want to remind you now that the Stuff a Cruiser gift drive will be collecting outside from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Moving on now, the old Westinghouse site in East Springfield, purchased more than a year ago by casino company Ameristar, is still undeveloped. Ameristar dropped out of Springfield's casino race and has since been bought by another company, Pinnacle. They're still paying taxes to the city, but there are no known plans to develop the area anytime soon. The city would like to see something done with the property, which contains nearly 42 acres of land. Taxes on the site last year cost more than $600,000. And with the possibility of MGM's casino looming overhead, leaders of Springfield's court are addressing the casino's effects on the future of downtown Springfield. Massachusetts legislators are pressing for the court to complete a study on how the $200 million I-91 project will affect both the Hall of Justice and the Springfield courts, all of which are located opposite the upcoming construction.
And Westfield Salvation Army is always trying to help those in need, but as the cold holiday season sets in, there seems to be more calls for help than usual. The service center was able to meet the needs of over 200 families for Thanksgiving. However, more than 300 families are currently on the Christmas need list. That means that companies and organizations are needed to help provide food, clothing, and toys to those wishing to volunteer. Should contact Gail Legace at 413-568-1256. On November 25th, the Westfield State University Board of Trustees unanimously voted to appoint Dr. Elizabeth Preston as acting president. Preston has served in many different positions in her 24-year career at the university, most recently serving as vice president of academic affairs. Preston says that she looks forward to supporting the faculty, staff, and students. They're maniacs on the floor. I'm talking about the Westfield State Dance Company, and Whip City Weekly's May Randall got to bust a move with the talented group.
Glitter, pink, tights? That's right. I'm here to tell you all about WSU's dance company, here at their rehearsal at Dever Hall and Stage. Let's see what the dancers have to tell me.
I talked to co-presidents Sarah and Kelsey about their preparation and expectations for the show.
We put in a lot of effort. We start our dances in September and we practice them all semester, and then the week before the show we call it show week, and we have rehearsals every day. We practice for hours on end. We do the show 2 times a day every day for the week, so put a lot of time and effort into it.
Yeah, we're expecting a huge crowd. Last year we actually sold out and we had people standing in the back of the auditorium.
The dancers tell me about their excitement and nerves about being on stage.
What makes me most nervous is just having people come and see me, and I know I've been performing for many years and I still get nervous every show because I know there's going to be a lot of people in the audience and cheering and all of that.
What makes me the most excited is just to be on stage. I've been dancing forever and it's just the greatest feeling.
As a junior, this is my first year being on the dance company, and actually it's my first year ever dancing. I kind of got conned into it by my roommates asking me and kind of like making me do it once I needed something to do. So I'm pretty nervous going up on stage and performing for my first time, but I have a lot of support behind me, backing me up, so it should be fun.
Hearing that kind of makes you want to dance, huh? Until next time, for Web City Weekly, I'm May Randall.
Okay, man, before we go to break, let's check in with Dave Langlois, who's chatting with WSU senior Amanda McCarthy. How's it going over there, Dave?
Good. We're talking about our plans to go to Nicaragua.
Sounds pretty great. Can't wait to hear more, and I will after the break. When we come back, as I said, Dave's going to get a chance to ask Amanda a few questions about her upcoming trip. Stay with us.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
Hi, I'm Dave Langlois here with Amanda McCarthy, and I'm talking with her about her plans to participate in a volunteer trip to Nicaragua. How are you, Amanda?
I'm doing good tonight. How are you?
I'm doing well. So what is the trip all about?
It's a 2-week service learning trip put on by Alumni Relations and also the International Department. We're going down and we're helping the underprivileged school system in Nicaragua to build some classrooms, and also we're going to be in the classrooms teaching some lessons and working with the students.
Sounds awesome. How did this whole thing get started?
It started a few years ago. Kathy Bradford had some ties down there. She was going down with some other affiliated groups and doing some work, and she wanted to bring the trip here to Westfield, so they started going down, and they built a few classrooms so far, and it's been a great experience.
How did you get involved in this whole thing?
So I was an orientation leader this summer, and this is one of the videos that they share with the incoming first-year class, because it is a trip that first years can go on. And I saw the video 5 or 6 times because I was sitting in the auditorium every time, and every time I saw the video, I was touched and I knew that I had to go. And because I am an education major, I felt like it would be a great experience.
Sounds awesome. So what kind of challenges do you think that you're going to be facing going in there? Just language barriers or cultural barriers, anything you're worried about?
I definitely think language is going to be a big barrier, only because we will be teaching in classrooms where the language will be Spanish, and we all are speaking English, so that should definitely be an interesting challenge. As well as labor, we'll be 2 weeks building, and I think, by the end of it, we're going to be tired, but it's definitely going to be worth it to help these children, because Nicaragua is the least wealthy country in Central America, so these students really need it.
Is there any particular reason why you guys are going to Nicaragua, or was this just kind of something that she started going towards and has just been doing for the past few years?
She's been going down, and I think that's honestly why she has told us how eventually she would love to retire down there and continue to do work there for years to come. And I think that it's just some place that really she grew emotionally attached to and wanted to share that experience with other students and get more people involved and educated on the struggles that they go through.
It's awesome. So now if somebody wanted to help you guys in some way, what could they do?
So we do, as a part of our requirement for our trip, we have to all raise $400 of minimum to buy our supplies and get things that we need for the trip. So we are still all collecting donations and things like that. We will be collecting donations up through December 15th, as well as we are allowed to take down with us some gently worn clothes and also used sporting equipment and things like that. So a lot of us are collecting stuff like that to take down in our suitcases with us to give to the children down there.
Now, is this like a study abroad trip, or is this like exclusively volunteer?
It is study abroad because it is put on through international programs. It is a J term that they offer with the school, but some of the J terms are the service learning, so it is more community service based, but we still have a research paper that we do, and we still do get 3 class credits for it.
Thanks for talking with us today, Amanda. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
When we come back, it's time for Whip City Sports with May Randall. Stay with us.
I don't know what's happening. Start a new check. What did I do? Okay, wow. That is so weird.
Hey! Hi!
Oh my gosh. Hi! God, I don't even know what to say right now. I'm so nervous. Gia, you're so big. Come closer to the camera. Wait, now you're in my face. That was so good.
Welcome to This Week in Sports. I'm May Randall. The Owls men's basketball team recently took a tough drubbing from defending Division III national champion Amherst College. The Owls fell 83-59 to the Lord Jeffs. 2012 National Player of the Year Aaron Toomey was on fire for Amherst as he scored a game-high 37 points, including 6 three-pointers. Captain Grant Cooper was a lone bright spot for Westfield, scoring 14 points with 9 rebounds and 4 assists. The Owls are still 4-2 in the season, while Amherst remains number 1 ranked. On to ladies hoops, the Owls took a recent hit from Eastern Connecticut with a final score of 53-46. WSU had an 8-point lead with 11 minutes left to play, but Econ scored an unanswered 15 points in the final minutes. This was helped along by 2 consecutive three-pointers from Econ player Danielle Rodriguez. The Owls look to LaSalle and Smith for their next 2 games. And moving from the court to the rink, the Owls on ice broke their three-game winning streak to Franklin Pierce College last week, losing 3-2 in non-conference play. Within the first period, WSU was down 2-0, but came back to tie the score. Killian Kirkwood and Mike Busconi each with a goal in the second period. Unfortunately, just 43 seconds after the tying goal, Franklin Pierce scored their winning point. The Owls are now 3-5 overall. And on a national scale, Red Sox center fielder Jacoby Ellsbury traded in his crimson hosiery for pinstripes earlier this week. The Yankees are paying Ellsbury $153 million for 7 years with a no-trade clause written in his new contract. While many fans are sad to see him go, not many can say they were surprised. Who will cover center field in Fenway? There is always Jackie Bradley Jr., but we might just have to wait until April to know for sure. And that does it for This Week in Sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
Ellsbury's in pinstripes, Nick.
Yes,
pretty amazing.
Yes.
Didn't Johnny Damon pull this one once?
Yes,
We've seen
he
this
did.
before.
You know, it's a real shame that the Red Sox had to let go their star center fielder.
It really is. And now the worst part of it is I have to burn another jersey, Nick. Yeah. I know that's the worst part of it because you know that takes precedence. Please right the ship here. I can't talk about this anymore.
Well, the end of the fall semester is just around the corner. We've got 5 helpful study tips courtesy of the Benacos Academic Center. Here they are. 1. Practice the way you will be expected to perform. 2. Prove to yourself that you know the information. 3. Have a clear sense of your end goal. 4. Study in small bits of information to better process it. And lastly, 5. Manage your time wisely and prioritize. Using these study tips will help you get through the end of the semester.
That doesn't inspire you. I don't know what will. Well, that does it for this episode of Whip City Weekly. I'm Mike Drew.
And I'm Nick Odell.
Take care, Westfield.